Hey everyone, this is Michael with the general reading for Libra Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus for September 2019. I do hope that this video finds you all well. Happy birthday to those of you who have a birthday later this month. Blessed solar return. I do hope that it's a good one for you. I know that for you specifically, this could kind of be a bit of an intense month. I feel like September might have a lot of hardship or a lot of difficulty overall because there's a lot of activity. For those of you who don't know, I like to start off these readings kind of with an astrological report before we go into the actual reading. But for those of you who just want to skip ahead, if someone wants to post in the comments a timestamp to just go to the actual reading, I would really appreciate that, and I will pin that for anyone who feels called. Thank you in advance. But to kind of get into the astrology really quick for you, Libra, it's going to be all of the stuff moving through Virgo for the first part of September, which is your 12th house. So this is it's kind of a difficult time period for you, or just a time period of reflection, meditation. It might be a little pensive. It doesn't necessarily need to be bad. But we have a lot of squares. We have a lot of, planets that are opposing each other. They're not working harmoniously, but then we have a lot of planets that are also conjuncting and trining as well. So it's like there is this forward push. There is definitely some momentum to go forward, and a lot of opportunities that are going to be presenting themselves in the month of September. But with all of these squares and oppositions, with Virgo and Sagittarius, and then later Libra with Saturn in Capricorn, there's going to be some real, it's like a push forward but being pushed into a wall is kind of the energy almost. I wrote a lot more about this in the blog post. I didn't actually write out descriptions for each of the transits and aspects because there are just so many of them. It is such a busy and crazy month. I was actually working on that blog, and I was talking to my friend about it, and I was really feeling like September might be one of the bigger months astrologically for people for this year. I feel like July was a really big month because we had all of those retrogrades. We had 6 retrogrades and 2 eclipses, and it felt like a really long month. I don't know if it's going to necessarily feel like a long month, but I feel like there's a lot that's going to be happening. It's definitely getting back to business. It's very Virgo season for the first part of September for sure. So there's some challenging energy, but I also feel like there is, with all of the aspects to Pluto, even though there's going to be some opposition, there's going to be some conflict or tension, it will allow us to reach new heights if we are persistent, if we persevere, if we work through it. So it might feel like you're really being tested this month, Libra, but I want you to keep pushing through. I want you to stay strong because there is a lot of really good potential that could come out of this month. So don't let yourself be crushed by the weight. Keep pushing through, break down those walls. I know it's a little resistant. Sometimes we do need to really stick to our guns though. Sometimes we're kind of tested to see if we really want something, if we're really willing to make something happen for ourselves. And I feel like September might be that month for a lot of people. We do also have Saturn that is going to be going direct on the 18th as well in Capricorn, its native sign. So again, there's definitely some lessons that we're going to be having. And I feel like it's also a very karmic month. You're going to see the effects of what you've been working on karmically kind of manifesting in September. So it should be a very interesting month. I think that's pretty much it. We have a lot of stuff that's going to be moving through your sign, obviously, and it is going to be squaring off with Capricorn. So I do feel like there are some challenging lessons that you might be having. You might be feeling like you're a bit under attack as well. So again, stay strong, stay in your power. But we do have, again, a lot of trines, a lot of lovely opportunities as well. So don't be too concerned, you know, make the most of those good aspects. Again, you can see all the dates and stuff in the blog post. I also have links for my other social media. I have Instagram where I post pick a card readings and general cards. I just did the card reading for the lunar cycle between August 30th and September 14th, that Virgo new moon, which again is your 12th house, so there's a lot of spiritual stuff that you're going through right now. And it's kind of darkest before dawn. I was going through that this last month, you know, being in Leo season. It's the sign before mine as a Virgo. So there's definitely some transformation. And you know what, to be fair, I'm also a Libra rising, and all this is moving through my specific 12th house now. So I'm actually kind of feeling a lot of what you're feeling too. But, you know, we really just have to persevere. I don't want you to be afraid for this month, but just know if you feel like there's a lot of pressure on you, it's temporary. Things are definitely on high volume right now, so don't get overwhelmed. It will pass. Anyway, I think I'm going to kind of go into the actual reading now. Before we do that though, I'm just going to disclaim that this is a general reading, meaning not all of the messages that come forward are going to be meant for you specifically. Some of the messages may also come in the reverse, especially if you're cross-watching, so another person's energy might be your own energy, or vice versa. And, you know, do take the time frames with a grain of salt. You know, it's just kind of a rough window. It might be manifesting at different rates for people. It's not a specific date in mind for these general readings. Yeah, you know, if you want more personalized guidance, I would definitely get a personal reading. Okay, so let's see what we have for Libra coming into September. This is kind of looking at August, maybe even a little bit before that. Just getting a sense of what's the playing field looking like as we're coming into September. Show us clearly. Yeah, you're definitely feeling sensitive. Ooh. What's going on? I think someone's holding back some information. Could be you or someone else. I'm saying that because this communication card came out pretty slow. You know, it's a little heavy. We do have the Daughter of Cups, the Devil, and the Three of Swords. I'm really getting this feeling of being stuck, feeling trapped in a situation, feeling a little powerless to something. Could just be a person, a relationship, and you're feeling very sensitive overall. You know, with this Daughter of Cups, your sensitivity is kind of on high. You could also be living with, working with, or in some sort of close relationship with a water sign, especially a younger water sign. But it doesn't seem healthy, or it doesn't seem like it's going very well, because we have the Devil here. There's a lot of dysfunction. There's a lot of old, outdated belief systems that are weighing very heavily on your heart, or some sort of manipulation. And, you know, with this Three of Swords, you're definitely tangled in a very painful way. Someone might have said something that was very hurtful. But I almost get this sense that someone is holding this back, and it could be you. Or a Capricorn if you're dealing with a Capricorn, but I feel like you're almost delaying this conversation. You feel stuck. You know it needs to end. You know you need to cut yourself out of this situation or this relationship, and you're having a hard time with that. This is pretty hard. And this is coming into September. This isn't September yet. But this is kind of setting the stage here. Let's see. What is the animal wisdom for Libra? Vulture. Ooh, yeah, there's something that needs to be cleared out. I'm noticing this owl at the bottom of the deck as well. I feel like this is something you're seeing. You know, it's like there's this vulture circling overhead. There's this sign. Things are not looking good. I feel like you see this end coming, or that something needs to change, but you don't know what to do about it. You don't know how to change your situation. You're feeling pretty stuck. You're feeling maybe a little powerless, or that your emotions are getting the best of you here. And mentally, your thoughts are pretty tied up. Your emotions have kind of a hold on you. So I definitely feel like there's something that needs to be cleared for you. That could just be clearing your own energy. Maybe using some sage, or clearing your physical space as well. Really all of the above. I feel like there's some spring cleaning that you need to do. That's very Virgo as well, so for those of you who feel cluttered or stuck, actually clearing out your space might be helpful. Let's see. Especially if you struggle with like hoarding or compulsive shopping or something like that. You know, with the devil there are some addictions or dysfunctional behaviors that I think you're really wrestling with here. Or it could be someone else who has those. Let's take a look now at the first half of September. Kind of the themes for the month. Again, take these time frames with a grain of salt. Okay, got one. Oops. Sorry, dropped like half the deck here. Got everything. Okay. Show us clearly. Interesting. Yeah, the deck is kind of all over the place right now, and the card that came out is the Four of Pentacles. I am feeling like some of you are trying to hold on to something, and it's slipping away from you. Right as I say that, on cue. Sometimes the deck will kind of act funny. I've noticed that it'll speak in metaphors like that. Things are all kind of just coming out at once. That was clear. Yeah, you're nervous. You're anxious about stuff. Okay. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Swords, and the Sun card. So, I definitely feel like something is finally coming to light. Whatever it was that wasn't being addressed in the past, you know, whatever this kind of looming feeling was, I feel like it's going to be coming to light in the first part of September. You might also be seeing something clearly. especially if your emotions have been kind of holding you back or tying up your mind. I feel like you're actually seeing something, you're seeing a glimpse of something, but there's still quite a bit of anxiety here. Could be a Capricorn who's making you feel this way. Could also be, someone who has authority over you, someone above you at work or in your life overall. Could be making you feel kind of anxious, restless. You're worried a lot. It's weighing on your heart still. You might actually be having some trouble sleeping, bad dreams. And with this Four of Pentacles, I feel like you're just holding on to stability. Whatever makes you feel stable, I think it's actually kind of... This might not be a bad thing, actually, because I think it's going to help keep you grounded, to kind of find comforts, things to hold on to. I definitely feel like some of you are worried about a relationship. Could be involving a Leo. Interesting. What is the animal wisdom for Libra? For the first part of September. Hummingbird. Yeah, this kind of makes sense with this Four of Pentacles. I was just saying, this doesn't necessarily feel bad. I feel like you're definitely needing to look for the sweetness in life. Seeking out things that make you feel better and nourish your spirit. Could be taking classes, could be meditating, creating something. I feel like you are actually quite a bit creative, even though there's a lot of, I almost want to say anguish. It's like fueling you creatively. It could be a really powerful outlet for you for the first part of September especially. It's certainly a spiritual card as well. You might be getting some good news, but you don't feel it. There's still this anxiety, there's still this anxiousness in your heart. Even if prospects look good, or something seems promising. So really do some self-care here. Really nourish yourself. Let's see what's going to be happening for you in the second part of September. Going into your solar return for some of you, your birthday. Yeah, I definitely feel like some of you are getting some good news. Awesome. Okay. Five of Swords came out with the Three of Wands. You are definitely severing something here. This feels like some sort of contract. Or something, some close relationship. It could be with a family member, a coworker, a work situation. Something day-to-day like that. I do feel like this is coming to an end. Something is being terminated. You might actually be getting terminated or let go or evicted. If that's the case though, don't worry about it because it feels like there's definitely something promising in the horizons for you with this Three of Wands. I do, however, see a potential to be a little self-destructive. And when we're talking about doing that self-care, it's really important that, again, what you are doing is actually helpful for you and healthy and good for you, nourishing you. Don't succumb to old addictions with the devil. That's supposed to be in the past. I know things are intense, but I feel like there really is something beautiful and promising coming in. You know, we have this 9 of Cups here as well. There's definitely a wish coming true, a manifestation here. You're feeling very happy. Something is making you feel pretty happy by the end of the month. And you know, we had this 9 of Swords going into this 9 of Cups. There's definitely a completion of something here. 9 is the number of completion. But you're feeling good about it. And with the 8 of Wands here, something might be happening very, very quickly. Faster than you even imagined. You know, you had some good news at the start of September, and I feel like you're going to be going forward with something. Could also be some of you are definitely healing from some heartache. You know, we went from the 3 of Swords to the Sun to the 8 of Wands. Something is being healed. There's going to be some communication here if there wasn't. Sometimes, okay, I do have to say, sometimes the 9 of Cups is a card of excess. Again, be really careful that you're not doing something excessive, that you're not overindulging. But I do feel like there is actually something really, really good coming in. It's just going to be a bumpy road getting there, and that's honestly what I was kind of describing September would be like. It's going to take some push, it's going to take some effort on your part. And in your specific case, you're going to need to be a little gentle with yourself, especially the first part of September here. I'm actually curious to see what your animal card is for the second part of September and beyond. What is the animal wisdom for Libra? Second half of September and beyond. Where's all of this energy going? Black egg, the throat chakra, speaking your truth, expressing yourself. There's definitely something creative I think some of you are supposed to be doing, especially involving music or writing. Something that uses voice. I do feel like this is also a card of manifestation, because to me the throat chakra, while it is very much about speaking your truth and embodying your truth, when you really open your throat chakra by practicing speaking your truth again and again, you get to a point where everything you say must become true. So whatever it is that you say or write down for yourself in your manifestations can come to you very easily, especially towards the end of September, especially around your solar returns. You're getting a birthday wish here. But it's really important that you are monitoring your words, monitoring your thoughts, really paying attention to your beliefs, because you do have a lot of anxiety and you could be manifesting from that as well. So it's important to kind of clear your mind, find joy, find sweetness. But I feel like a lot of you are going to be doing that. And you're going to be manifesting something really, really promising. And I feel like it's going to get you out of a shitty situation or a bad relationship or whatever it is that's making you feel stuck. I do feel like you're getting out of it. You've somehow gotten your way out of it. You've done some sort of escape here. It's not even an escape, it's just something better came in. This actually looks pretty good. You know, it looked kind of heavy at the start here, but I feel like things are actually going in a pretty positive direction. So I do hope that this was helpful for you, Libra. These are all the messages I am getting for you for this month. Make sure to hit like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments down below what is going on for all of you. Again, I have links to all of my social media accounts and my services for those of you who are interested in that in the description box down below. Otherwise, I will see you all in the next video. Bye, Libra.